Hey guys, welcome back to Trending 10s. Today we're going to be looking at stars who were tragically killed by their own fans. Before we get into the video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss any of our uploads. Without further ado, let's get into it. At number 10, Rebecca Schaeffer. Actor Rebecca was a brilliant star in the sitcom My Sister Sam, and she was set to take Hollywood by storm. But unfortunately, it didn't last long, since on July 18th, 1989, when she was 21, she was shot and killed in the doorway of her Hollywood home by one of her fans, Robert John Bardo, who had been stalking her for 3 years. It was revealed in Today News that while she had been expecting the scripts for the role in The Godfather 3 to be delivered to her door, she was greeted by Bardo instead. He then came back a second time with a .357 handgun and killed her. Bardo revealed during a jailhouse interview that Schaeffer's last words were, "Why? Why?" Bardo was sentenced to life in prison the following year. At number 9, John Lennon. The Beatles legend and rock icon John Lennon died when he was 42, and days before his death, he just made a comeback with Double Fantasy. He was shot 5 times by a former Beatles fan on December 8, 1980. Lennon's murderer, Mark David Chapman, has given many conflicting reasons as to why he killed Lennon, such as seeking fame as well as his spiritual beliefs. We don't know exactly why he killed him, but Chapman stated he had a hit list that included Elizabeth Taylor, Paul McCartney, and late-night legend Johnny Carson, but chose Lennon out of convenience. He also expressed hatred of Lennon's hit Imagine, which he believed made the iconic musician a communist and a hypocrite. After all, he remains behind bars and was denied parole for the 11th time in 2020. At number 8, Christina Grimmie. At the young age of 22, singer Christina Grimmie's career suggested a superstar on the rise. With a third-place finish on The Voice and 2 studio albums under her belt, Grimmie was set to take the music industry by storm. All that promise came crashing down on June 10, 2016, when obsessed fan Kevin Loibl fatally shot her 4 times during a meet and greet following a concert in Orlando. Due to the lax security that didn't detect Loibl's 2 handguns, but thanks to her brother that tackled Loibl, and Loibl killed himself instantly. At number 7, XXXTentacion. On June 18, 2018, rapper XXXTentacion was shot multiple times in the neck by 2 men outside a motorsports store in Florida. This thunderstruck most of us. We still don't have true evidence as to who did it, but based on the investigation, it's been announced that Dedrick Williams, Michael Boatwright, Robert Allen, and Trayvon Newsom have all been arrested in connection with the murder. It's claimed that X, 20, was a suspicious figure at the time of his death, as he was awaiting trial on multiple domestic violence charges involving a girlfriend. People still think this might be the reason why he was killed, but investigations are still being carried on. At number 6, Dimebag Darrell. Dimebag Darrell is a legendary guitarist on heavy metal music bands Pantera and Damageplan. On December 8, 2004, while he was performing with his new band, Damageplan, at a Columbus, Ohio nightclub, he was shot and killed by one of his fans, named Nathan Gale. It was reported in the New York Daily News that Nathan Gale rushed to the stage while reportedly shouting, "You broke up Pantera." He then shot the rock god in the head. According to New York Daily News, one of Gale's friends reported that Gale admired Pantera's lead singer, and due to the band's breakup, and had pushed him into a mental state that made him completely lose control. Another old friend of Gale told the Columbus Dispatch that he would write down Pantera lyrics and tried to pass them off as his own, as he thought that Pantera stole them from him and that he was going to sue them. At number 5, Selena Quintanilla Perez. She is also known as the Queen of Tejano music. She was set to cross over into pop superstardom with the release of her first English album, 1995's Dreaming of You. Unfortunately, she wouldn't live to see its tremendous success, since she was shot and killed by the president of her fan club, Yolanda Saldivar, on March 31, 1995 in Corpus Christi, Texas. And when she died, she was only 23. After the murder, 32-year-old Saldivar threatened suicide for 10 hours before being arrested by authorities. At number 4, Gianni Versace. Gianni Versace was an Italian fashion designer and also the founder of Versace. On July 15, 1997, he was shot twice in the back of the head by a spree killer, Andrew Cunanan. Though law enforcement was unable to determine why Versace was targeted, federal investigators stated via The Times that Cunanan may have been targeting gay men and believed that he may have been seeking revenge on former lovers or clients who may have given him HIV. But CNN stated that after 6 days of Versace's murder, Cunanan's body was found in a Miami houseboat, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At number 3, Mikhail Lermontov. Mikhail Lermontov was a multi-talented person. He's one of Russia's greatest poets and leading voices in Russian Romanticism. In 1841, at the age of 26, his friend Nikola Martinor challenged him to a duel and was killed at the hands of his own old friend. According to Russian legend, Lermontov relentlessly tormented his friends with harsh jokes that gave him the reputation of being a spiteful and acerbic person. So since he talked too much trash, Martinor decided to kill him. At number 2, Andres Escobar. On June 23, 1994, in the FIFA World Cup 1994, he mistakenly kicked the ball into his own team's net, which contributed to the team's elimination from the tournament. It is horrible and shocking to say that just because of that mistake, the 27-year-old star was murdered while he was partying with his friends at restaurant El Indio in Medellin. A witness, Jorge Arango, said via Times that 3 people began to insult him and the situation quickly increased to deadly violence, and all of a sudden they heard gunfire and saw him laying down, groaning and clutching his chest. After 45 minutes and 12 gunshots, he died. According to the LA Times, Colombian authorities believe the drug traffickers who lost big on the game marked Escobar for death. The perpetrator in question, Humberto Munoz Castro, was sentenced to 42 years in prison but released after only 11, per Fox News. And at number 1, Albert Ebose. Albert Ebose, a Cameroonian soccer star, was just 24 years old when he died after a match in Nigeria. According to Dr. Andre Mune, his wounds were consistent with a brutal beating, and he believed that it had been caused by a knife. It was stated in The Guardian that he was allegedly struck in the head by a flying projectile which was thrown by his angry fans. And for more evidence for that fact, he was killed by his fans, which can be shown through his injuries. His injuries explained that it was a physical attack, and this was said by Moon via BBC Sport. He said, "We didn't see anything happen to him on the pitch, or anything that prevented him leaving the pitch because of a missile. It can't be a slate tile, as the Algerians stated in their report, because if someone threw the tile, even at high speed, it couldn't cause such severe wounds like the ones we found on the body. This probably proves that he was shot by one of his fans." Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to Trending 10s, and ring that bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.